number of people sleeping rough on the streets of Manchester continues to grow in 2020. With sleeping bags and clothes piled up in every corner, there are over 280,000 homeless people in the UK, with Manchester having the highest number of rough sleepers just after London. Sarah Butler is a novelist who recently wrote a piece in collaboration with a charity called Just Life. This was to raise awareness about the issues homeless people face and her belief that the wider issue is temporary accommodation affecting the homeless, which should be tackled.
Hi, so my name's Sarah Butler. I'm a novelist based in Manchester and I led the project Not Home. Not Home is a project looking at raising awareness of the conditions experienced by people living in unsupported temporary accommodation in Manchester. And it comprises of two things. One is a novella that I wrote in conversation with people living in unsupported temporary accommodation in Manchester. And they sit alongside first-person texts by people talking about their experiences of living in unsupported temporary accommodation. So I collaborated with a charity called Just Life, who are brilliant. They're based in Openshaw and Ardwick, and they have been working for 10 years in this area of unsupported temporary accommodation, which isn't really known about by a lot of people. There's lots of people supporting street homeless, but fewer people supporting people directly supporting people living in unsupported temporary accommodation. I've worked with Just Life over a number of years and really respect their work and their staff. And so it was fabulous working with them over a period of about 2 years on this project. The main aim of the project is to raise awareness. So before I worked with Just Life, I had no idea about unsupported temporary accommodation, about the kind of experiences people were having there in my own city. So the idea of this is to raise awareness of conditions, but also to put a kind of personal, humane face on homelessness in Manchester. In terms of homelessness in Manchester, I think there's a lot of work being done by Andy Burnham. There's a big commitment by the city to try and tackle homelessness. Obviously, it's a big problem in the city. I don't know that I've got any easy solutions, but my understanding of homelessness is it's much more than a lack of homes. It's a very complex set of issues, working with very vulnerable people. So I think it takes kind of the whole of Manchester, really, from its citizens through to its organisations to really tackle the problem.
This man stands there begging for change on the road in Longsight while cars stop at the red light. Local residents say he has been doing this for the last 2 years. Fatima Khan is a resident in the area and says more could be done to help homeless people like him.
I've actually seen that man for around 2 years now because I live quite locally, and obviously he wouldn't be begging for money if he was in a different situation or he was getting help. I think more could be done to help the homeless and those in need.
MMU News, Rabia Khurshid reporting.